Hey guys, my name's Glenn. I'm the designer and I guess the guy behind glenndyne Design. I wanted to sit and talk with you guys today about brakes and some of the issues or some of the performance enhancements, if you will, that you can do for your Harley-Davidson V-twin when going with aftermarket wheels. We set out to design large rotor systems, big brake systems to combat the issues present with 26-inch, actually 23, 26, and now the 30-inch large diameter wheels. With these wheels, there's a lot of extra weight, rolling weight, inertia, a lot of variables that come into play with these larger diameter wheels. With that being said, it takes a lot to slow these wheels down and make them actually safe for road use. I'm going to show you a couple examples here. Excuse me if I'm scooting up to the camera too fast. I'm having to do this on my own on a weekend where I'm normally at the shop anyway, so I figured I'd take the moment and do this because I don't get to everybody's emails and I can't answer the phone as much as I'd like to. We're a growing company and we're trying to get those people in place to help with that so that I can reach out and talk to people a little more. But that's also the reason I'm doing this video. So if you see, this is a standard Harley-Davidson brake pad. This is one of our brake pads. So if you look at the difference in pad surface area, it's only common sense that this one in my right hand would stop or apply more friction to a rotor system, whether it be 11.5 inch, 13 inch. This one's actually made for 13 inch to 16 inch range, as opposed to this one. So the more friction you have ultimately leads to more stoppability. Of course, there's pad fade and fluid boil. There's all kinds of issues that come into play with more friction. There's more heat. But in layman's terms, for everybody out there, a large diameter wheel is going to require more effort to slow it down, more effort to stop it, and this is kind of where we come into play. Now, we developed some large rotor systems also for smaller diameter wheels when the weight is not an issue. So that's more geared towards performance stopping power. Lighter the wheel, the more stopping power. The heavier the wheel, the more your brakes are going to become an issue to get it to stop. So here is an example of one of our, this is a factory size rotor, typically a factory size rotor. This is an 11.5. Then we, of course, also, these are our rotors that match some of our wheels that we built. And here's the 13. So with those two set aside, here is a 16-inch rotor that we designed, along with an 18-inch rotor that we designed. So with the pads that I showed you earlier and a rotor of larger diameter, you have the basic components to making your bike stop better and perform better. Master cylinder size also comes into play. If you have a bigger brake system, you're going to need a bigger master cylinder. We design products for the new Harley-Davidson 09 up, actually it's 08 up, I believe, Brembo Harley master cylinder, so that our calipers work with that master cylinder and provide the same total fluid volume parameters of that factory master cylinder. So that when you take and go single side on a V-twin motorcycle or any motorcycle for that matter, you are removing 50% of your braking ability because you're removing a brake, which contributed to half of the overall braking performance for that motorcycle, and one of the rotors, which did the same. Now you are at a 50% deficiency in braking ability. Harley-Davidson engineers have decided that a touring bike, so a Road King, Road Glide, Street Glide, FLH platform bike requires 11.5 inches, 11.8 inches times 2 in order to have the rotor surface volume, rotor surface area, excuse me, and twin brakes to apply that force to those rotor surface areas. When you remove that one, like I said, you lose 50% of your braking ability. That's where glenndyne steps in. Providing bigger brakes, more power, larger diameter rotors, bigger pad surface, all of those things are going to attribute to a larger performance gain from the 50% performance loss. So if your desire is to put on a custom wheel, remove half of your braking power, we are the only ones in the market that give you any way of regaining a portion of that 50% loss. So that's kind of why I want to do this quick little video and just explain in layman's terms some of the reasons we're doing what we're doing. Basically, it's to give you back as much as that you can get of that 50% performance loss, so that your investment in wheels and brakes and components are as safe as possible and ultimately get you the look you desire. So hope you guys enjoyed this short little clip. Hope it explained a few quick, easy little things about braking, and we'll see you around sometime. Take care.